Exclusive news. Tottenham want to sign the twin brother of an Arsenal player. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham have now settled on their top target to replace Yves Bissouma after Ange Postecoglou informed the club's hierarchy who he wants Quinten Timber, who also happens to be the twin brother of an Arsenal defender. Despite being handed a long rope, Bissouma has not really shown that he is a good fit for Ange Postecoglou's system. It was revealed by Alistair Gold last week that if Tottenham receive a decent bid for the 28-year-old, they would have no qualms about offloading him. It has now emerged that the Lily-Whites have settled on one Eredivisie star as their top target to replace the former Brighton man. This update comes from Football Transfers, who say that Tottenham have now identified Feyenoord's Quinten Timber, the twin brother of Arsenal defender Jurriën, as the man to take Bissouma's place in the squad. The 23-year-old midfielder has emerged as one of the best midfielders in Dutch football over the last couple of years and has now broken into the Netherlands international setup. The report says that Postecoglou has already held discussions with technical director Johan Lange about reinforcing his midfield. The Australian allegedly feels that the Feyenoord man's all-action attributes make him an ideal fit for his system. The report explains that Tottenham are not the only ones eyeing Quinten Timber, with the midfielder also on the radars of Liverpool. The Reds are thought to be eyeing the Dutchman as an alternative to summer target Martin Zubimendi, who opted to stay at Real Sociedad, with Arne Slot having worked with the 23-year-old at De Kuip. Despite the presence of Slot at Anfield, the report says that Tottenham might have an edge over the Reds as the Feyenoord man is very close to his brother, and the pair would prefer to live in the same city. Omar Alderete, who is rumoured to be on Spurs' radar ahead of January, has also been offered to several other clubs across the Premier League. Over recent days, a number of reports have claimed that Getafe's Omar Alderete has emerged as Tottenham's top centre-back target. In fact, some sources have claimed that Ange Postecoglou is a big fan of the Paraguay international and has personally requested for him to be signed. It has been asserted that Spurs have even held discussions over a possible deal for the 27-year-old. TBR Football have now backed up Tottenham's interest in Alderete, but they say that the interest is not as advanced as some reports have suggested. In fact, they say that while the Lily-Whites have indeed analysed the centre-back, they have not made a concrete move for him just yet, although a move could be coming over the next few weeks. It is revealed that Alderete's representatives have been offering their client around to a number of clubs, with Wolves, Crystal Palace and Ipswich Town said to be made aware of the player's availability. The Getafe man has plenty of experience under his belt at the highest level, having been a leader at the back for both club and country over recent years. It is revealed that his release clause stands at just £13 million, thus potentially making him a lucrative option for many Premier League sides. Thanks to their sensational Premier League victory over Southampton on Sunday evening, the feeling around Spurs is a little more positive than it was a week ago. It was practically the complete performance from Ange Postecoglou's side. 5 goals were scored, none conceded, and they were able to coast through the second half without exerting too much effort. The likes of James Maddison and Pap Sarr all look back to their brilliant best, and club captain Son Heung-min rolled back the years. However, while he was excellent, the club need to start looking for his replacement, and the good news is they might have already found him in a player compared to Cole Palmer, of all people. The player in question is Lion star Ryan Cherki, who, according to a report late last week from Givmesport, is one of several players being looked at by the club. There is no mention of a price in the story, but other reports from this month have claimed that he could be available for as little as £25 million due to the French side's financial issues. With that said, before we look at his numbers from this season, let's examine this comparison to Chelsea's Palmer and where it comes from. However, it's not just the comparison to the Blues' new superstar that makes the 21-year-old such an exciting candidate to replace Son. He's also putting up impressive numbers this season. For example, in 17 appearances, the incredible youngster, who respected analyst Ben Mattinson described as having Ballon d'Or potential, has scored 5 goals and provided 7 assists, equating to a goal involvement every 1.41 games. Ultimately, Spurs will need to sign someone genuinely spectacular to replace the output Son has provided them over the years, and while it would represent something of a gamble, Cherki looks like he has the potential to become that player. Spurs face competition from one Premier League rival, as well as a European giant, in their efforts to sign their top centre-back target, Abdulkadir Kusanov. Given the injury problems that have plagued Tottenham's centre-backs, it is unsurprising that the Lily-Whites have reportedly decided to reinforce their backline when the transfer window reopens in January. It emerged last week that young Uzbek talent Abdulkadir Kusanov had caught Tottenham's eye with his impressive displays for Lens this season. It was explained that Spurs scouts have travelled to France on several occasions this season to run the rule over the 20-year-old. Saturday's edition of La Voix du Nord also backs up Tottenham's interest in Kusanov, but they explain that the North London club are not the only ones plotting a move for the youngster. They reveal that the centre-back's impressive displays have also caught the attention of both Paris Saint-Germain and Newcastle United. In fact, they say that all three clubs have put the Lens starlet on the top of their list ahead of the January window. The publication adds that Kusanov, who is contracted until 2027 at the Stade Bollaert de l'Hélice, can be signed for less than £25 million next month. Kusanov fits the profile of players that Tottenham have signed under Johan Lange and Ange Postecoglou. However, given Mickey van der Ven's persistent hamstring problems, one can argue that Spurs need a proven left-sided centre-back who would be ready to start for the club. The Lensman is not quite at that level yet and might need to develop for another 12 months before he is ready for the rigours of regular Premier League football. That's it for today's update. If you like the video and want to keep up with everything Tottenham, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for our latest content. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and share it with other Spurs fans. Let's build our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!